Good day, students. Welcome to JSS 1 Music, Term 3, Week 13. Today we study musical form, the architecture of music. Just as a building has a floor plan that organizes its rooms and spaces, a piece of music has a form that organizes its sections and ideas. Understanding form helps you listen more deeply, analyze music more accurately, and, if you become a composer, create music that is coherent and satisfying. Today we focus on the two most fundamental musical forms, binary form and ternary form. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define musical form and explain why it matters, describe binary form, AB, and identify it in music, describe ternary form, ABA, and identify it in music, compare binary and ternary form, and analyze the form of a simple Nigerian song. Let us build our musical architecture. Musical form refers to the overall structure or plan of a piece of music, how it is organized from beginning to end. Form is the framework that holds all the musical ideas, melodies, harmonies, rhythms, and textures together in a logical and coherent way. Why does form matter? Without form, a piece of music would be an endless stream of unconnected ideas, confusing and unsatisfying to listen to. Form creates expectation, contrast, and resolution, the same satisfactions we get from a well-told story with a beginning, middle, and end. In music, sections are labeled with letters A, B, C, and so on. The letter A is given to the first musical idea. When the same idea returns after a contrasting section, it is labeled A again. A new, contrasting idea gets the letter B. Another different idea gets the letter C. The two most fundamental musical forms are binary form, AB, two contrasting sections, and ternary form, ABA, three sections, where the first section returns after a contrasting middle section. Binary form, AB. Binary means two. In binary form, a piece of music consists of two distinct sections, A and B, each usually repeated. The form is often written as ABB, meaning each section is heard twice. Section A presents the main musical idea. It usually begins and ends in the tonic key, the home key. Section B provides contrast. It may move to a related key, usually the dominant key of the fifth degree, and uses different melodic material, a different mood, or a different texture. After Section B, the music does not return to Section A, it ends in the contrasting material. This gives binary form an open, ongoing quality. Binary form is extremely common in Baroque dance music, minuets, shakes, alamans, and in folk and traditional songs worldwide. Many Nigerian traditional songs and children's songs are in simple binary form. A melodic phrase is sung, then a contrasting phrase follows, and the piece ends. Example in Nigerian music, consider a simple two-part work song. Section A, the caller sings the main phrase, Oni wetera oji. Section B, a contrasting rhythmic response phrase is sung, Egu wetera oji. The music ends on this response. This is binary form in its simplest sense. Ternary form, ABA. Ternary means three. In ternary form, a piece of music has three sections, A, B, A, where the final A is a return to the opening material. This return creates a sense of resolution and completeness, like coming home after a journey. Section A, the main musical idea, in the tonic key. Section B, a contrasting middle section, different key, different melodic material, different mood. This creates tension or interest. Section A, return the main idea comes back. Its return is satisfying because it resolves the contrast created by Section B. The piece ends in the tonic key, giving a feeling of resolution. Ternary form is one of the most natural and satisfying forms in music. It reflects the human experience of departure and return. It appears in nursery rhymes, hymns, operatic arias, instrumental pieces, and traditional Nigerian songs. Example, the well-known Yoruba song Ije Ikojo has a ternary feel, an opening melodic phrase, A, a middle verse section with contrasting material, B, and a return to the opening phrase, A, at the end. A classic global example in ternary form is the American song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Section A, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are, Section B, Up Above the World So High, Like a Diamond in the Sky, Section A, Return, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are. Extended forms. From binary and ternary form, more complex forms develop. Rondo form, ABAC-ADA, the main theme returns between each contrasting episode. This is common in classical music, Beethoven, Mozart, and in some traditional African song structures where the chorus returns between each new verse. Verse-chorus form, a modern development where verses present new lyrics and the chorus returns with the same memorable hook. Most Afrobeat songs, gospel songs, and contemporary Nigerian popular music use verse-chorus form. Through composed, a piece with no repeated sections, each section is new. This is less common and more challenging to compose. Let us analyze the Nigerian national anthem, Arise O Compatriots, for musical form. The anthem has 2 stanzas. Each stanza is set to similar musical material, the same melody is used for both verses with slight variations. This makes the anthem essentially through composed with strophic elements, the same musical structure repeats for each verse. However, within each verse, you can identify an A section in the first half and a B section in the second half, as the melody reaches its climax and then resolves, making each verse an internal binary structure. Now let us identify the form of a simple song. Jingle bells, verse, A, dashing through the snow, chorus, B, jingle bells, verse again, A. This is ternary or verse-chorus form, ABA. 3 examination points. Mistake 1. Thinking binary form, AB, is the same as ternary form, ABA. The key difference is the return of section A in ternary form. Binary form does not return to A, ternary form does. Mistake 2. Labeling each new verse of a song as a different letter. If 2 sections use the same musical material, same melody, they are both labeled A even if the lyrics change. Letters describe musical material, not lyrics. Mistake 3. Confusing form with structure in the sense of time signatures or note values. Form means the large-scale organization of sections. It is separate from rhythm and notation. Well done today. Musical form is the overall plan or architecture of a piece of music. Binary form, AB 2 contrasting sections, often each repeated, ABB. Usually ends in the B material, no return to A. Ternary form, ABA 3 sections, opening idea, contrasting middle, then a return to the opening. Creates a satisfying sense of departure and return. Binary form is common in folk songs, dance music, and work songs. Ternary form is common in hymns, nursery rhymes, operatic arias, and many traditional Nigerian songs. More complex forms include rondo, ABACA, verse chorus, and through composed. For homework, listen to any 3 songs and identify whether each is binary LAB, ternary ABA, or verse chorus. Write a brief analysis of each.